Hello, and thanks for tuning in to my last lecture for the 2019 2020 school year. And this is kind of unusual because um, it's a lecture that I've given many times, but this is the first time that I've tried to do it when I've not had students sitting in the desks in front of me. It's not the same, but for me, the school year wouldn't really be complete without sharing these closing thoughts with you, my students. So thank you for taking the moment to consider with me the 5 verbs that I wanted to teach. Now, one of the wisest pieces of advice that I give to writers is to let the verbs do the work in the sentence. Verbs provide the movements, and without them, everything else is just a pile of nouns, and adjectives, and prepositions, adverbs that go nowhere and do nothing. It's the verbs that show action and direction. And unlike any other parts of speech, a verb can be a sentence unto itself. So stop, listen, and let me tell you about the most important verbs in the English language, the ones I want to leave you with as we end this school year. Number 1, read. It's an English class, so of course this is the verb to start with. And we've done a lot of reading in this class. Whether you were slogging your way through Warden's Ethan Frome or trying to make sense of Shakespeare's Macbeth, I hope you learned the value of careful, thoughtful, thorough reading. As you move on with your life, continue to read. Read a lot. Read many different things. Soak up the words, the styles, the nuances. It's true that some people who don't read become wealthy, but most readers become truly successful individuals. And keep in mind that reading SparkNotes is not the same as reading a book. It might get you a decent grade on a test or quiz, but you'll have no relationship to the book. Reading a summary is learning about the text. Reading the text is experiencing it. It's the difference between watching 2 people kiss in a movie and actually kissing someone yourself. Don't take someone else's word for it. Read the book yourself. Number 2, write. In Kindred, we discovered the value of writing, how it could quite literally set a person free. Writing is at times a challenge. Staring at a blank page is a special kind of torture. But writing, the ability to put your own words down for others to consider for ages to come, is a privilege as well. And the more you write, the easier it becomes. But keep in mind that practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Writing badly repeatedly only develops bad habits. Strive to write more effectively every day. Follow the examples of great writers until you become one yourself. Think about what you write from the perspective of the person reading it. Only a madman is the sole audience for his own thoughts. So learn to write for the reader and not the writer, and you'll influence generations to come. Number 3, think. When English 3 students read Ray Bradbury's The Flying Machine and completed their media project this quarter, or when the AP class rewrote President Trump's inaugural address or considered the concepts of Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, you were challenged to look at things from more than one perspective. Being able to step outside yourself and think as someone else does is a vital skill for college and the world beyond. Few things are as clear-cut as they seem on the surface. Learn to recognize the merits in opinions which differ from your own. Treat respectfully those whose perspectives seem foreign. You will not poison your mind by considering and ultimately rejecting wrong ideas. However, if you fail to consider an idea, you are choosing willful ignorance. Learn to weigh and evaluate the evidence presented to you, considering always that what's right is not always popular, and what's popular is not always right. Learn to think for yourself. Verb number 4, do. Not long ago, AP students read a speech by Elie Wiesel entitled The Perils of Indifference. Wiesel explains that when we choose to ignore the needs of others, we make them less than human. We do the same to ourselves. In English 3, we read numerous poems from the Spoon River Anthology where individuals regretted not taking actions, not taking chances, not doing the things they dreamed of until it was too late. Having an opinion, a concern, or an idea is well and good, but if you do not act on it, you've smothered it in the crib. John Greenleaf Whittier wrote, "Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: it might have been." Be a part of the world. Make a difference. Whether you choose to fight the power or become the power, do what you can to make the world better than it is. The challenges will not be easy, but as my mentor used to say, there is no strength where there is no struggle. Do something worthwhile. Number 5, be. In everything we've read or written or done, from the first question of the day through your final papers and projects, I wanted to give you the opportunity to express yourself as you are, without fear of judgment or criticism. Yes, I was probably harsh in evaluating your writing sometimes, and sometimes maybe I said or did things without thinking. I'm human too, and no matter what standards I set for myself, I know sometimes I fall short of them. But I hope that in all of our interactions, I never made you feel that you didn't belong or that you didn't matter. Because God put us on this earth to show his love and kindness, not his wrath. And he created you, yes, wonderfully complex, contradictory, imperfect you with a purpose. Be who you are and what you are. And if you are a Christian, be a Christian in all that you do. I don't mean sitting in the church Sunday morning, though that's worthwhile. I mean living your life as a book in which others may read of Christ's love and grace. Very few people you meet and talk to will just sit down and read the Bible because you ask them to. But everyone you meet will read you. Be the words of the gospel to them. Read, write, think, do, be. More than anything else, those were the lessons I wanted to teach. This has been a challenging, unpredictable year. No matter how much we may long for the normal, though, we have to realize that as long as we live, life will continue to steer us in new directions we never expected and task us with solving problems we never imagined. But whatever comes, you have the knowledge, the voice, the wisdom, the passion, and the courage to meet those challenges. So, read great books, write great words, think great ideas, do great things, and continue to be the great human beings that you already are. It has been a privilege to be your teacher this year. Thank you for a wonderful school year, and I will see you soon.